Hello friends, now the next theory is exploratory. Exploratory theory. Uh, Firstly, it is clear that this theory is not applicable in modern era because it is valid in ancient era. I understand because the concept is the same. This theory is said that if someone is realized, if someone is realized, it's mistake, then person is person is not liable of any punishment, or it is working on this ancient books, ancient law book Manu Smriti, Manu Smriti, which says that if a person is realize its crime and the person is realized its crime and when the king is giving the punishment to this person, then by this punishment he is become as a unsinful or a good person as the victorious person, which means that the whole the signer and the whole the purity when the king gives them punishment, this whole soul is transformed into the pure soul because this punishment he is, but this punishment is not valid in modern era. This theory is not valid, and these types of punishment are not in this modern era. And there's no basically there is no criticism of this theory because this theory is working on the principle of giving the punishment. And if there's one is that let the consider the example, if one person has did a crime or thief this money of 10 or many of thousands of people from the person, and then he said to a policeman or the administration, I realize my this and so when he caught by some police officer and he or she realized that I did that of the, and they are not liable to punishment. So that is impossible in this era. Theory of compensation. Compensation. This theory is state that if the someone is doing a crime or person is doing a crime and some fines or some compensation, the main motto of this punishment is to provide some uh, economical or financial support, financial help to victim. At the final at the last, according to me, the final goal is that to form by this compensation is take, or we can say that the for small offense, small offense, small offenses. This is called for small offenses is good. Small offenses can go them very according to you. If there's someone is caught in a driving, not wearing the helmet and driving a bike, or we consider not using the seat belt and driving a car, he is also doing some offense, but he is not at a social point of view, he is not liable to go to the prison, and this is a long procedure. So this the compensation is good from that conditions, but the major why this compensation start because the when someone is doing this crime or offense with this victim, then the victim is also suffering from some kinds of financial crisis. Most of the cases, not everyone, most of the cases. This so the major criticism is that this theory, this theory oversimplify. This theory is oversimplify the motive of crime, the motive of crime. This thing is good for the small offenses, but the question is coming from this point. The, the small offenses today is good. This theory is for the small offenses is good, but there's a lot of big crimes, big offense. For example, like if someone thieved the millions of rupees of the person, and then he is realized that he is left out, or we can say there's a more dangerous or the most recent crime that has been held in India. This is a bad luck of this country. When someone is raped or sexually harassed a person, a woman, and then she caught, and they realize that I will pay the money, and if the offender is from the business family or the person having a lot of money, so they give the money to this victim, but the message to the in social point of view, the message to the society goes that if they have money, they did the offense, and when they caught, they got the compensation, and again he did same thing. So they lost the control to the society. So it is not good from the for the small offense. I have personally feel that this is good, but for the big offenses, this theory is not sitting all the time. Thank you.